On today's Daily Strike, the Lightning lose 4-3 in a shootout in Philadelphia. This is the latest news and notes on the Tampa Bay Lightning for Friday, March 14th, 2025. I'm Steve Versnick. The Lightning took on the Flyers Thursday night, looking to end their two-game losing streak, and they got on the board first.
Left circle, Gord. Centers and score! Gage Goncalves! Standing on the other side of the net, back post, Gord fired a shot, but it was really a shot pass, and Gage Goncalves redirects it in. The Lightning have a power play goal and lead 1-0.
For Goncalves, it was his fourth goal of the season and the second straight game in which he scored. But 6 minutes later, Bobby Brink scored on the rush, and the game was tied at 1. Now the Lightning would strike on the first shift in the second period.
Point Chernak shoots, block, rebound in front. Girgensons score! Girgensons! Well, it took him until just before the Four Nations face-off to score his first goal. He gets his second goal this year, 15 seconds into the second period.
For Girgensons, it's his second goal of the season. But then halfway through the period, Brink scored on the rush after a Lightning power play had just ended, and the game was tied at 2-2. With 59 seconds left in the frame, Poling scored, and the Flyers led 3-2 after two periods. But early in the third,
J.J. Moser, back for Heaven, left point, high slide Atkinson. Shoots, score! Cam Atkinson! In his return to Philadelphia! He zips it over the glove of Harrison. That's got to feel great for Atkinson. Back up after getting assigned to the minors. He scores the tying goal in the third.
For Atkinson, it's his fourth goal of the season. It was his first game back after being recalled from Syracuse, and the game would be tied at 3. The game would go to overtime and eventually a shootout where Owen Tippett would score the game winner. The Lightning are now 1-2 in games decided by a shootout this season. Head coach John Cooper says they didn't shoot enough.
We had 15 even strength shots on goal for the game, and we had the puck way too much to just have that. The boys are working. They're just, it's like the harder they work, and not much is getting done. But in the end, we left a lot of plays on the table.
Braden Point agreed with the lack of shots.
Kind of the lack of the shooting mentality, and we didn't have a whole lot of zone time, especially in the first two periods. I think we had 7 shots each period, so that's not what we want. We got to be better in that area.
Cam Atkinson talked about scoring against his former team.
Obviously, a lot of emotions, families in town, a lot of friends, obviously on that team and in the city and stuff like that. So, didn't get the job done, but not for moral victories or anything like that. But I think we have to do a little bit better at shooting when we have opportunities. I think that's kind of what kicked us a little bit.
Nikita Kucherov did not play in this game with an illness. He had left Tuesday night's game after the second period and didn't return. Jonas Johansson started in net. He stopped 26 of 29 shots and 3 of 5 shootout attempts. He's now 7-5-2 on this season. The Lightning are scheduled to practice this afternoon in Boston. Then they'll take on the Bruins Saturday night to wrap up this 3-game road trip. They're looking for their first win on the trip. They are 0-1-1 so far. Puck drop is scheduled for 7 p.m. Eastern. Our radio pregame coverage gets underway at 6:30 on 102.5 The Bone in the Lightning mobile app. The game will air on the FanDuel Sports Network, or you can watch it with fellow Lightning fans at our watch party presented by Bud Light at McDinton's on South Howard Avenue. Come watch the Bolts take on the Bruins. The party gets underway at 6 o'clock with Thunderbug, Blue Crew, autograph prizes, and more. For information, go to tampabaylightning.com/watchparties.
This day in Lightning history.
It was on this date last season.
It's played by Paul to Point. Point out of there to center ice. Braden Point of the red line, up the middle. Kucherov toward the open net. Score! 6 points for Braden Point. 5 points for Kucherov. It's 6-3 Lightning.
Braden Point tied the franchise record of 6 points in a game, tying Doug Crossman and Nikita Kucherov. It was also Point's third hat trick of the season. That tied Wendell Clark's single-season mark. Happy birthday to Jeff Chevalier, who played in 5 games in the 1999-2000 season, Matias Ratola, who played in 36 games from 2010 to 2012, and JT Miller, who played 94 games from 2017 to 2019. He scored 23 goals and had 42 assists. Greg Linnelli and Eric Erlinson will be hosting Lightning Power Lunch today at noon Eastern, recapping this game against the Flyers and looking ahead to tomorrow night's game against Boston. You can listen in the Lightning mobile app live or watch the live stream on Facebook, X, and our new Bolts Radio YouTube channel. If you missed that, you can download the audio in your favorite podcast app and listen anytime. The Syracuse Crunch hosts the Springfield Thunderbirds tonight. That starts a home-and-home series this weekend. And the Orlando Solar Bears are playing 3 games this weekend. They'll start tonight in Jacksonville as they take on the Icemen. Thank you for listening to the Daily Strike for Friday, March 14th, 2025. I'm Steve Versnick, where every day is Hockey Day.